Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tynesis, and today we are playing Harmony Fall of Reverie. It is a new choose-your-own-adventure visual novel-esque kind of thing. I'm very excited for it. It's the same developers that made Life is Strange and the incomparable Lena Raine on the soundtrack. I'm incredibly excited for this. We are just going to get it going. I have no idea the story, anything about it, what it could possibly be. I kind of have an idea of like the overarching themes, but the rest is going to be brand new to me. So let's get going. Oh, that was the wrong button. That one's not. That one's not. All right. Ooh, profiles. What I do know is the art style is incredibly pretty. That's all I do know. Already, I notice I need to turn things down. God, it's beautiful, though. Okay. We're a little bit futuresque. Ollie. God, that's beautiful. Okay. Everything looks the same, but feels so different. I dropped my bag in my old room. It's been 10 years since I moved out of this place. 5 since the last time I managed to come back for the holidays. When I was young, this island felt so small. But now I'm realizing I was wrong about that. It's not small. It's just that I was growing up. I had my own ideas. Needed some time away. Alone. Back then, it felt like all this space here was meant for other, more important people. By people, I mean my mother, Ursula. She's always been purposeful, so dedicated, so focused. She casts a long shadow. Now, I find myself stepping back into the place where we lived together for so many years. Naiads. A big residence open to all, filled with artists and creatives. The backbone of Alma, surrounding neighborhood. At least it was. With Ursula gone missing, the place feels empty now, almost abandoned. I decide to go straight to my mother's room, to the heart of the problem. Everything looks familiar, and everything feels strange. I hear a sound, and some instinct freezes me in place. Nobody's home. The noise emerges from somewhere inside my mother's room. A heartbeat and a gentle, pearl-like rattling. A soothing sound. A call. A name, whispered, chanted. I feel compelled to open the door and... God, I could just watch this. Oh. Oh, the lighting on the eyes was so nice. Yeah, just jump in. Fuck it. Hop in. Hi. I'm shocked too. Okay, let me very quickly drop this just a touch more. Where am I? The world around me, I've never seen anything like it. An endless panorama, a limitless horizon. My head spins. And there, looking at me like I'm an old friend, the girl. She seems surprised, as if my presence was a shock to her.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Oh, wonderful voice acting. Hi, Bliss.
Take your time, Sprout.
I can pick this up a bit.
It's not every day you wake up in a new dimension.
My ears are ringing, head swimming. I feel like I'm in the strangest dream ever, but I take a breath and focus.
There you go. You'll get the hang of it in no time.
Who is this person? Puts down the game console she was playing and rushes over to me. Where? What game console? She was holding a controller.
So, I guess we've got a lot to discuss.
I agree, Bliss.
Who are you? I'm Polly.
Actually, you're Harmony for us over here.
She seems to be looking at my clothes and what happened? Why am I dressed like a priestess? Breathe. I need to breathe.
I'm Bliss. This world is Reverie. And it's in big trouble.
Okay.
What?
Both my world and yours are on the brink of collapse. Not pillaged and plundered by an invading army or something
I like
cool
her.
like that. No, this is ugly. Bad news. Collapsing from within, you know?
Wait, slow down, please. I was just in my mother's room, and I picked up this necklace, and...
See this?
The girl points to an object floating in the middle of the platform. An orb. It sort of looks like a heart, wreathed in blue flame. It's radiating a powerful surge of emotion. How do I know this?
Don't look at it for too long, Sprout. It'll bum you out.
It's... incredible.
And yet, it's fragile. More than it has ever been.
I take a few steps towards it. Waves of comforting warmth and aching cold wash over me. Sensations of solitude and togetherness, emptiness and excess. I'm on the verge of tears, gripped by a sense of helpless sorrow beyond my control.
I know who you are. And I know you have to touch the heart of Reverie.
The heart.
Touch it! Touch it and see the future!
I like the little things that sprout from her. I comply. My fingers seem to go right through the surface. It's neither cold nor hot. Softly rough. I feel a slight shock, almost imperceptible.
What the...
You're connected to Reverie now. You'll be able to travel between our
Ooh.
world and yours.
Cool.
What do you mean, travel? I have so many questions.
I do too.
Looks like you're searching for your mother. This'll point you in the right direction. Introducing the Augural, an amazing tool you can use to strategize and plan out the future.
Okay.
How do I use it?
The girl takes a sip of her drink and a few seconds to reply. Is this simply theatrics, or is she figuring out the best way to explain?
See for yourself, Sprout.
I like being called Sprout. I think that's cute. Welcome to Harmony. This tutorial will give you all the knowledge you need to explore the story. The future is visible to you in the form of interconnected nodes. Each node contains a fragment of story that you can choose to unveil. Oh! Close this tutorial and click on the first node to select it. When a node is selected, information about its fragment of story appears on the right of your screen. What is this? Where am I? Use this information to plan your journey through your story. Close this tutorial and use click again on the node to see the fragment it contains. What happened? What in the hell just happened?
The Augural allows you to see the future. That's this board, you know? Before today, time was linear for you. From now on, well, it dances to your tune.
Okay, so this is the choose your own adventure part of it, where I'm perceiving parts of the future to dictate the story.
It's incredible.
That's very cool.
How come I can do
That's
that?
very cool.
I'm an aspiration. Me and my friends need a heart to exist. But our heart is weak. And you're special, Sprout. You can help
God, I
us.
hope she doesn't
You can
become
save us
evil.
all.
or a problem. She's my favorite. I've met no others, but she's my favorite. Bliss attempts to smile, but it looks forced. Perhaps because I look so confused. For a moment, the words mean nothing to me. But why me? And why was the necklace in my mother's room? Could this augural be the key to finding my mother?
Let's start with something easy. Truth or dare?
Ooh, truth or dare? You serious? The light in her eyes tell me so. He is serious. Oh, fun. The question mark symbol means that only one of the next two notes can be played. The other will be blocked forever. Choose which part of the story you want to see unfold. Okay, truth. Don't know where this is going, but talking seems less risky. None of this is real, so let's just go with the flow. Can I scroll? Ooh, okay. A new face. Can't really look at anything else. This looks like specifically her nodes. She's Bliss, so I'm going to assume Bliss likes a dare. And we're going to go with dare. I wonder how you can play this game with some kind of immortal child, but I accept.
Dare.
Dare. Show me the
Oh,
cutest
easy.
picture of you.
Cutest. I guess I can do that.
Bliss smiles. And just like that, I'm back home. I walk through the rooms and point to a picture. It's me, age 6, dressed for the first day of school. Don't ask me about the costume.
OMG. Harmony, you're the cutest.
She's fun. Everywhere I look, I see a good memory. Laszlo letting me play on the diving board while Ursula looked on in horror. Watching Nora drawing peacefully while Laszlo cooked. A few times Ursula let me have friends over for my birthday. Laszlo and Ursula cooking Nora's favorite meal while I finish my homework. I can't shake the strange feeling that I'm overseeing the future, learning the shape of my own path.
You're a natural. Look at you traveling between Brittle and Reverie like it's nothing.
I'm sorry, Brittle?
Isn't it dangerous? Seeing the future.
Bathing in what's to come or what's happened before is always dangerous.
Melancholy is a powerful emotion.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
This place is...
When my dad left, Laszlo entered my life and carried me through the chain. Carried all of us. And he brought along his granddaughter, Nora. She brought a rush of fresh, new energy. She electrified the place. We were an odd family. Piecemeal, improvised, but whole. My family.
What just happened?
You made a choice. What rippled forward from it was unique and new. Take your time to understand what all this implies.
Okay, yeah. So I'm physically changing how things here affect
New powers can take a bit of getting used to.
the world.
You know? You just need
That's
to
cool.
focus.
Okay, this is fun.
Stay in the present.
The memories felt more real.
You asked, right? Isn't it dangerous to blah blah and all that? Well, duh. Yeah. Of course it's dangerous to live in a time that's not yours. Simple fact. And that's why
Fair.
you need to focus. Feet on the ground. Eyes ahead. Deep breath. And look into the future.
Look into the future. Oh, we're getting a new node. Hidden future. Holly can catch a glimpse of the future, but entire parts of it sometimes remain hidden from her. Nodes with a whatever symbol that is will hide all the nodes behind them. Hidden nodes cannot be interacted with. They conceal all information about the fragment contained. You'll need to progress through the augural until you reach this node to reveal it and see on it. On the augural, use that to move the camera. Yep. Okay. So, okay, all it's saying is there's some that I can see, right? Like these I was able to see ahead of time. But anything under one of these symbols is a closed eye. And so I can't. So all of these, I can't. So what's the deal with this and this? I opened my eyes again. The two paths had merged into one.
Go on. What do you see? What do you feel?
I sense a new being,
A new being.
a new force. It's getting closer.
That, I believe, would be me.
Ooh. Power. A tall silhouette comes into focus before my eyes, surrounded by electric blue fish dancing in the air. I knew Bliss was tiny, but now she looks positively minuscule.
I am power. An aspiration.
Okay,
like
so we all call her minuscule.
minuscule Bliss over there.
He reads my mind too. Oh, okay, yeah, that's that makes more sense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work harder to keep them out of my head.
No offense, Bliss.
None taken. I'd prefer the term fun-sized.
He's so cute. A little laugh slips out of me. Suddenly, this whole situation feels absurdly mundane, as though I've always been a part of it.
You must be Harmony.
Sure am. Harmony, what a name. Am I one of them?
You have seen how weak our heart is. It won't last long. Great changes would come to pass. You might even call them cataclysmic.
That's a heavy word. A no bueno one. The ground beneath me suddenly feels shaky, unstable.
But what can I do? I'm just looking for my mother. I didn't ask for any of this.
You now know that chance does not exist. The future.
The voice acting is top-notch.
Will force your hand. They will require you to make choices. Choices that are ruthless, difficult, even painful.
Oh, fun.
Choose wisely, follow your objective, and your diligence will be rewarded with a valuable resource.
Knew I forgot something. There's this energy called egregor, right?
Egregor.
It's basically how we exist in your world. It kind of tastes like, you know that blue soda?
Egregor is rare and powerful. It is not to be drunk.
But hear me out. What if I did anyway?
Some choices you make will generate egregor and bind us together. Use it wisely.
What? What are you expecting from me?
The aspirations meet my doubts with a knowing. I don't like that they can see my thoughts, read my intentions.
You got it. I can tell because your mind's gone all hard. Difficult to hear.
It looks like I'm getting better at pushing them away from what's in my head.
We have much more to tell you, but a good leader knows what to reveal and what to leave unsaid.
Oh, you're the leader?
For now, of course.
The two aspirations look at each other. Something is shared in their glance. An emotion. A memory? But I don't know what it is. I'll need to find out myself.
The key is your mother, Harmony.
Her disappearance must be linked with what happened here.
Okay. A pause. They glance at each other.
Some of our number are lost, scattered.
And we work better if we're a team.
Get everyone back. Cool. How many of them are there?
But that's for later. Right now, the priority is your mother.
Exactly.
We must find her. Or else...
Your heart will get weaker?
Look in their eyes, tell me I'm right.
Find your mother. Explore the futures.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I nod. The view from up here is stunning. My head feels heavy. So much has been dropped on me. So much. I need to close my eye. Alright, we've got a new objective node has been revealed. Okay, that's what that is. Objective nodes are marked by a ray of light shining from their center. Try to reach them to progress through the story. Use tab to open the notifications panel to see the new objective node. Okay, but here's the problem. Oh, okay, so this is interesting. Whenever there's this, I can only choose one of the two. But if it's just a branching path, I can get all of them. Okay. That's fun. Okay, cool. Kind of home. We're going bliss the whole way. I think that's the strat. I think that's what we're doing. We're going bliss the whole way. I'm back on Earth. Was all of that real? I can tell right away that I'm not in Reverie anymore. The sun over Atina is hot and dry. Stretch out my arms, feeling the muscles they're resisting. A minute. I just need a minute. Think this through. I came here to find my mother. Discovered a necklace that transported me far away. Now I'm able to instantly travel between worlds and talk to gods?
Is that it?
That wasn't a dream. All my studies to the human mind, all my research, never heard of anything like that. It wasn't a seizure or hallucination. This was all the legends and tales my mother wrote about in her poetry. All the stories she told me as a kid. An invisible world's opened up in front of me with the augural. I need to act. I need to embrace them. These two nodes are blocked by a barrier. Barriers block access to certain nodes until they are removed. It seems crystals are required to unlock either of these two nodes. The bliss and power symbols show you that you need a bliss or a power crystal to progress through the story. Crystals can be gained as you progress through the augural. That's where the crystals are. Yeah, we looked at that earlier. Progress through the augural and play one of them to gain a crystal and break the corresponding barrier. Crystals can materialize in different forms depending on which aspiration they are bound to. Okay, cool. We're going bliss. Kind of home, at last a familiar face. I walk back inside. My head still swirling with words, names, predictions. And then, Nora. I can hear her footsteps outside the room. Knowing her, she's about to barge in. I rub my eyes and run my hands through my hair, trying to wake from reverie?
Polly?
I can feel tears in my eye, sweet taste in my mouth, static electricity grazing my shoulders and arms.
Polly! You're here!
Nora, come here.
She crosses the room and we hug. It's the first human contact I've had in months. She feels so good, so warm and familiar.
How are you?
Good! I mean, fine, considering what's going on.
It's okay. We'll find her. I know we will.
So much has happened.
Tell me.
Hold on, I need some coffee. It's keeping my brain from rotting.
She drinks coffee now. She's definitely older. A young woman. Oh, I love these paint-ins. In the kitchen, Nora makes us both coffee and launches into, well, about 8 different stories at once, all tangled together. She hasn't changed. Always carrying an entire world of plots and characters and charming adventures, A Noraverse of energy.
And yeah, Grandpa's gone through all 5 stages of grief, though for a while I thought he was stuck on denial.
I smile as she hands over a huge mug, filled to the brim with caffeine.
Nothing beats a really cheap,
Oh, Bliss is
super
here.
strong coffee.
Can she see you?
Oh, no, you're fine. Just don't start talking to yourself. Weird speak loud.
I'm so sorry. I'm talking so much. Can't believe it's the first time you've been back in years.
Yeah, it's... you know.
Oh, I know.
I can hide
Things were
interface.
difficult with Ursula.
Oh, that's fun, but I like the text. It doesn't feel good to admit my mother always showed more love and affection to Nora than to me. I'm not jealous. Nora deserves love, but hard to stop thinking about the reasons behind it. Was I harder to love?
She'd been different lately. We had a fight before she went missing.
Ursula was upset with you.
Nora's always gotten along well with my mother. Can't remember the last time they fought.
Have you heard about all the job openings at MK?
Nora wants to join MK? A few months ago, she was telling me how intrusive and problematic they were.
The city's getting more expensive by the minute, and the pay's good, and it's interesting work, I guess. Did I mention the pay? Because, Paul, we're barely getting by here. And there's this school I'd like to go to, a rather expensive school.
Oh.
But Ursula felt I was betraying myself, and we had a fight, and I had to sleep at a friend's place for a couple of days.
Where are we right now? Just noticed, we're in a kitchen, but we're clearly in a pool. I've just finally clocked the background. Is this whole thing we're living in just a rec center? Pool?
That bad?
I just needed some space, some air.
The shiver of static electricity is back. Through my fingers, up my back. The necklace feels lighter around my throat.
I know MK isn't perfect, but I can't live here forever. No way I can move out without a job.
MK isn't perfect, but it's not a sentence I thought I'd hear from Nora's mouth.
What do you think?
As I think about how to answer, I feel the weight of the decision. This is the kind of choice Bliss was talking about. Ah. Okay. Warn Nora. Power. She doesn't want to hear this, but it's for her own good. For Bliss, this is what she wants to hear. Support, not judgment. Okay. Well, she's fallen on hard time. They need money. So I'm not going to fault her for taking a job that with a corporation that maybe they shouldn't, because they need to feed themselves. That'd be wrong. So I'm blissing it. As I open my mouth, I can feel Bliss's sparkling energy at my side.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I can feel it.
But what if I'm just telling her what she wants to hear, so I don't?
No, she needs to eat. She needs food.
Avoid
She needs to
saying
live.
something uncomfortable.
Everybody wants support for their accomplishments or their mistakes.
The words lift a weight off me. Bliss is right. It's not my place to pass judgment, is it? I smile at Nora.
Money, responsibility, a chance for a fresh start. Maybe you should take it.
Seems like everyone hates MK except the people who work there. So maybe I'm missing something. And if I took a job there, I'd find out what.
Now I need to know what MK is. I have no idea.
It's been hard. Laszlo and Ursula have always helped me out, but I want my own home now, my own life.
I smile, projecting warm affection and reassurance.
Ugh, my goodness, I need another hug.
Right here, bring it in. I nod and smile. She jumps forward into my arm.
I missed you so much. You're always so supportive, so calm, so sure of yourself.
Nora can't see my face. She's missing the clouds of doubt passing before my eyes. Me? Sure of myself? Probably the energy I learned to give off. Inside me, though? Inside? My world is upside down.
This feels good.
It does.
Nora squeezes harder.
I'm sorry I didn't visit.
Excuse me. I squeeze back.
I was busy.
Nope,
and
still there.
I wanted to keep everything from here at a distance. A plant like
Maybe.
me, well, it needs water and sunshine and distance from its parents.
Nora lets out a laugh. It's round and booming. That's the laugh I remember. Then she releases me. We're both recharged. Both at peak.
Come on. I guess we should find Laszlo.
I could do with a drink.
And maybe passing out and forgetting about the necklace and those two weird. I stop the thought before it expands beyond my control. Family first. Because that's why I'm here, isn't it? Family? You just collected your first crystal. Crystals collected during a chapter are not kept when you move on to the next one. The barrier has fallen. You can now reach the objective node. Let the pajama party begin. Fuck yeah. So it looks like this option would have just been be meaner. I made the right choice. Bliss's unbreakable egg. When I return to my senses, I'm no longer on a team. There's a warm blanket around my body, a soft whisper in my ear, and then a playful voice.
Finally! There you are! What you did back there, that was nice of you. Real nice.
The desert wind fans my hair out in front of my face. It's surprisingly sweet, almost invigorating. The aspiration beside me points to a building in the distance. Faint electronic music seems to radiate from the colorful wall.
Your place?
My crib. Yeah!
Ooh, fun! Inside, it's warmer, cozy but loud, blaring with chimes and chiptunes and a peppy high-energy music.
Pull up a beanbag. Drink?
I'd love
Do
one.
you drink? Or eat?
Do I need to? Nah. Do I want to? Course. Tasty's tasty.
Goddamn right, Bliss. I have to stay focused. Every time I look around me, this world is completely implausible.
Are you real? Or...
Us lot, aspirations. We're the proof that you lot, humans, exist.
the proof we exist?
The Ultra Fame Show.
Yeah. You exist, so we exist. And if we exist, then...
Humans exist.
And that concludes our segment on philosophy. Try not to think about it too much. I don't.
It's reassuring somehow. Even the gods of this place don't know how it works.
Listen, you just need to see the Augural as a board game. You've got your resources, your goals, your supporting characters. It's just a game. Chillax, enjoy, have fun with it.
Relax? No, she's deflecting.
Earlier, you said that this was serious. There could be consequences.
Sure, but I don't like the word consequences. Too many vowels. Don't
Aw,
much like vowel either.
Is everything a game to you?
No, not everything.
the aspiration moods shift immediately. The room feels a little darker, a little less cheery.
The future isn't. The future is important, vital, and the future, our future, is in your hands.
The Augural.
Aspirations have been around since the dawn of humankind. We've guided you, and we've been guided by you.
We're connected.
More than connected. You exist because we exist. And the other way round as well. If we die, you die.
Oh!
And I don't want to die. No siree.
There's a break, a silence filled by the sounds of Bliss's sanctuary. Enough for Bliss to wordlessly express that she's talked enough.
Fine. I'll explore the future.
Yeah, and have fun with it. I'll be around, listening, chiming in, unless I'm in the middle of a game, of course.
Of course.
I like it. I like. Look at the milk carton. It's so cute. Once outside, I pause for a moment, watching an immovable sun casting its light into the bunker? And it hits me. Aspirations aren't good or bad, noble or evil. They are what they are. All of them. Representations of the fallible, malleable human psyche. Should I join forces with bliss? Power? Another aspiration? It's up to me to decide. A long road ahead. My head is buzzing with thoughts. Now what? Whatever's brewing here, it's big. Bigger than my mother disappearing. I step closer to the heart of Reverie. Its blue flames don't seem to burn.
Hey, you still here?
Yeah, where would I go? I turn around. Bliss is standing right in front of me.
Didn't mean to scare you. Sorry.
There's more to it than she's ready to share. I can sense it.
This is a lot. Are you real? Is any of this real? Or am I having some
We
sort
just
of
asked those questions.
waking
We
nightmare?
just asked them.
First, thanks. Nightmare indeed. Second, it's very real, Sprout.
I just need a minute.
It's okay. Really. We're really impressed by everything you've done so far. Soon, you'll be able to see even further on the Augural.
How far ahead?
Depends on your choices, on who you side with, on what happens.
Awesome. She's uncomfortable.
I can tell you don't exactly trust me, even if I can't read your mind anymore.
Let's be honest.
You mentioned my mother. As soon as I stepped into all this, you knew. And you wanted me to find her. What's going on with her? Do you know Ursula?
Can aspirations breathe? Because if so, Bliss just took the biggest gulp of air ever.
Ursula was here before, in your shoes, in this place, wearing this necklace. And she tried to do everything you've been doing today, and
She failed.
she wasn't the right person. Why? I can't tell you directly.
Forever mystery solved, two secrets are out.
Whatever happened, it broke us. It almost ruined Reverie. And we forgot. Our minds, our bodies were twisted and erased.
Interesting. Okay, so whatever... My mother came here and was the former me, trying to shape the future by making the decisions along the augury. But some action that she did, or one of the others did, caused effectively a reset. And now the heart is dying for it. Fun. I turn away from Bliss. A minute. I just need a minute. Today's been a string of stolen minutes. Wild concepts, shocking discovery.
We need your help. And you need ours. There's an aspiration called truth.
Cool. I love
know
that.
A lot. I mean, of course. If you could find a way to save them, it would mean the world to us.
So bliss and power are the only aspirations that are free.
I know it's unfair to ask you to go out there without any more information.
It'll be okay. I understand the stakes. And I'll do my best.
I give her a tentative smile. I need to get back to Nora, meet with Laszlo, search for my mother and this truth. No time to lose. Select a past node to display an overview of its content. The game is saved automatically after each node played. You can still restart a chapter from the start as long as it's not been completed. This option is available from the pause menu. No, we're going to complete it. I feel good about the choices. This is the act overview. It appears when reaching the end of a chapter. An act is composed of several chapters, each having its own objective. The act overview is a simplified version of all the chapters composing an act. This is the objective you have completed by helping Nora make a decision about her future. It is now part of your ongoing journey towards the main pivot points of the story, the outcome. An outcome represents the conclusion of great events of the future. They are unlocked by the crystals you collect throughout the chapter. At the end of a chapter, all the crystals you have collected are automatically transferred to the outcome. Unlocking an outcome generally requires a large number of crystals. At the end of an act, you will have to pick an outcome. On the augural, you can press semicolon at any time to access the act overview. Do not hesitate to check it regularly and to see your progress towards the outcome you are aiming for. Close this tutorial and use click on the node to start the next chapter. Well, first, let's look. Okay, these are the outcomes. Spark of joy. Bliss, your return should mean hope, joy. Sadness is what's stopping this place from thriving. And bond or power crystal. Tradition reborn. Power. This place needs a guiding hand, Harmony. Someone to show the way. Okay. More glory and grief than I can tell. Chapter 2. And I can't see any of the branching paths yet. This is cool. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Familiar face, foreign emotion. Laszlo is expecting me, maybe more than anyone else. And it reveals consequences reveal 2 nodes. What 2 nodes? These 2 nodes? No. Whoa. Okay, there's 2 outcomes that we're looking for here. A lot of branching paths. Hold off for now. Ask Nora about that. Okay, we'll learn what that means through this. The eye symbol means that the node will trigger a revelation. Revelations unveil nodes still invisible to Polly on the augural. See the links extending from the icon? They point to nodes that will be revealed. So it'll be the far one. Okay. Let's do it. The Emma's Creek. Ooh, shooting star. I look up at the sky, the clouds floating by, obscuring the newly revealed stars. Familiar but unknowable. Beautiful but ever-changing.
I came out here for like 2 hours last week.
I believe it.
They suck you in, don't they? Especially when the sea is calm and you can see them reflected down there.
I look over at her, neck craned upwards, a half smile on her lips. She seems calmer and glad.
All right. Time to rip off the bandage. Let's go see Laszlo.
I'll be at your side.
I know you will.
She lowers her gaze from the heavens to look me in the eye.
You haven't seen him the last few days? Full-on denial. It's killing me to see him like this.
Sounds rough. But we'll find a way. Right? Even if we have to outdrink him with his own imported beers.
That wins me another smile. Clearer this time.
They are so expensive. And I'm broke, just so you know.
Did I give her money? We walk through the streets of our childhood, laughter bouncing off the old familiar wall. We chat as we go. We're sad that one store closed, amazed that another had managed to stay open. We laugh, a godsend considering the circumstances. But the further we walk, the worse the flickers get. Bond's Estuary. Images of other places, impossible places. Reverie. Birds flutter about my hand, phasing in and out of reality, and a kindly voice calls my name. And then he's there, in front of me.
Greetings. Oh, did I startle you?
Where am I? Who
You are neat.
Exactly. I'm Bond. My siblings keep forgetting about me. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No. No. I guess I'm getting used to it. I feel at home, somehow.
Naturally. My path is one of community, friendship, and empathy. My mangrove forest is a place of warmth and safety. And I am an excellent host. The journey before you, Harmony, is one with many roads and even more destinations. I am here to guide you towards those that lead to understanding, not conflict.
I know this won't be as simple as that, unfortunately.
Oh, you mean your mother. I know you will find a way to see eye to eye with her.
Fat chance. But sure. Let's pretend that that's even remotely possible.
I don't wish to keep you. Before you go, I have but one piece of advice. Remain mindful of others.
What does that mean?
Then your journey may be one of discovery, not destruction.
What does that mean? Before I can reply to the newest aspiration, I blink and I'm back on the team.
Turns out he wasn't even talking to me. Can you believe it? What an idiot.
I've missed a story.
Well, we're here.
She's right, Laszlo's bar. I give her a reassuring nudge, head to the counter. Place hasn't changed at all, except a little messier. Lot, in fact. The rest? The ramshackle seating, sticky counter, the rumble of the tram line overhead. The place always felt like a second home to me. And there, tending bar.
Polly, you're here. I'm so glad you're finally here.
Hi, Laszlo. Laszlo. He leaves the counter and comes over. Before I can react, he's grabbed me in a bear hug. My phone jams up into my ribs, and I force it.
My word, it's good to see you, Polly. You look like a strong breeze would knock you over. Are you eating? Here, look, I've got snacks behind the bar.
Nora rolls her eye. He wasn't wrong. His smile is too wide, his voice a bit too loud. Laszlo's a jolly fellow. This is a bit too jolly for the situation. Why? Okay, several objective nodes have been revealed. It would be impossible to gather the crystals required to complete both objectives. You will have to make a decision. Will you follow Bliss's path or Bond's instead? Okay, so have 2 bliss crystals needed for that, and have 2. So there's only 2 opportunities. I'm going to assume one of these 2 is another one to receive the crystal. So I need to make a choice. Okay. Ask Nora about Laszlo. Bond. Family tree is a fragile thing. Be careful how you handle it, Harmony. Hold off for now. You haven't seen each other in ages. Take it easy. Serious stuff can wait. Ugh. I don't know what's happening currently, right? So I'm not in this situation thinking of the severity of anything other than the fact that apparently my mother is missing someone. That's what I know. However, no one else seems that stressed about it. So why would I be stressed about it? We're blissing it. Laszlo bustles off to grab some unneeded snacks, and I turn to take them in the place. It really is exactly the same, minus the extra mess. I can only see one thing that's really changed. Photo of Ursula that used to hang behind the bar. It's gone.
Here we go, a Polly special on the house.
Where's the photo, Laszlo? Brought over an armful of snacks and drinks, including several of my favorite. Tina made and spicy.
Ooh, down memory lane.
Wait, I forgot something. Don't move.
All right, now I'm concerned. I have made a choice. Something's afoot with Laszlo. Something's beside Ursula's disappearance. Then we get to do that. We actually open up 3. Ooh, this is going to be the big one here. I'm excited. With Laszlo fussing about behind the counter, Nora smiles and goes over to chat with some regulars. There are a few faces I recognize, names bubbling up from the fog of forgotten memory. Laszlo's friends. They look older, shrunken almost. Snippets of conversation drift my way. He's not been the same these last few days. What's wrong with him? I turn my head away. I don't need to hear anymore. They're worried too. I need to do something. Inevitable node. You have no choice but to play this type of node when it becomes available. Oh, I have no choice. Laszlo's pro at avoiding serious subjects, but no choice but to listen to him for now. Okay, so Laszlo's gonna come in, try and set the tone. I try to strike up a conversation with him, but he immediately launches into a discussion of Alma's politics and the price of importing beer. I let him do the talking. It feels good to hear him talk about mundane things.
Did Nora tell you about the storm a while back?
I've seen pictures. How bad was it?
Bit of flooding around the island, but the walls held and the roof barely leaked at home. Nora helped board up the bar. We had a good laugh at all the drowned drones the next day. Spotted some MK folks trying to scoop them up before they floated out to sea.
Okay, so MK is clearly the company that runs most of the high tech that I've been seeing around. And I'm going to assume uses that for military contracts, surveillance contracts, all that stuff.
Competitive drone fishing.
He smiles, and his face relaxes somehow.
The sport where nobody wins.
Yeah, we got another choice. Oh, we're gonna have 2 more later. Okay. Oh, this is wild. So once I make a choice, I'm cut off from a bunch of things. So I can still choose a bond or a bliss and then pick a bond or a bliss later, depending on what makes sense in the moment. Okay, this is awesome. Okay, bond. Laszlo needs support even if he won't admit it. Why don't you show him the way? Fair. If he's too shy to talk in front of Nora, you should give him some privacy. Ooh. Okay. So here's the problem I see with this. If I call him out in front of everyone, he might get hostile about it. And the problem I see with Bliss is if I go for a walk and we do it privately, he might look at that and respond with, well, you're not here. You haven't been here. Why do you care? I shouldn't look ahead. Don't look ahead, just respond to the moment. But I think I'm going Bliss on this one as well. Go for a walk with him makes sense. It makes sense. This is going to be tough. Laszlo is open in general, but when it comes to his feelings, not so much. It'd be hard to get through to him. I wait until he's busy with a customer to talk to him.
Okay, I've got a plan.
Tell me.
His friends are here. You're here. There's no way I'm getting him to open up in this place.
Yeah, see, that was my reasoning.
But if you took him on a little walk somewhere...
Exactly.
I knew there was a reason we called you back. Polly and her brilliant ideas.
She leans over the bar and grabs a soda, popping it open and hoisting it in cheer.
Good luck.
Laszlo's hands, wrapped in a rag, smoothed the fabric around and around the inside of a pine cone. I thought he was fixing snacks. I touched him gently and he flinches. Pain and turmoil flash across his face. But then he catches himself and the plastic smile returns.
Come on. Let's take a walk.
What do you mean? You just got here. And the bar.
Nora can watch the bar for a few minutes. Come on. Just around the block. I want to see how it's changed.
He stares glassy-eyed into space before returning to the here and now. Nodding, he ever so gently places the glass on the counter. A few moments later, we're strolling arm in arm. I can feel the tension in his grip, in his stride. But I can get through to him. I know I can. Okay, so he's got some trauma. The X icon means the next node will trigger a revocation. It will block access to other nodes forever. Select a node with a revocation. See the nodes that will be blocked. Okay. The way he acts around her tells me there's more than going on than meets the eye. Okay. Ask him how he feels. A bold move since he hates opening up. No, I think it's better to go into this acting... Right, don't ask him about him. Ask him about Nora and try and steer the conversation. I start with the most important person to him in the whole wide world.
So, how's Nora doing?
That's the question, isn't it? Sometimes I feel... She's fine. Yeah. Yeah, she's
Is she,
strong.
Laszlo?
She's fine.
She's not stupid either.
What? No, of course she isn't. Why would you say that?
Because you know she knows that something's going on. Laszlo, I'm sorry, but you're not fooling anyone.
We slow. Stop. He unhooks his arm from mine. The fading sunlight throws his considerable shadow across me. That is a phenomenal sentence.
What are you talking about?
Nora's hurting every bit as much as you. Over all of this. Over Ursula. You need each other. And right now, I need both of you.
He goes to talk, finger raised, then stops. Closes his mouth. Well, we've only left ourselves with one option. Warn him about denial. He needs to cross that bridge, Harmony, and only you can make him. Let's do it. We stare out across the water, not moving, hardly breathing. The air is surprisingly still, but the smell of the approaching night wash over. Lamb, spices, cigarettes.
You can't keep this up, you know. The denial. I know you're hurting. Nora too.
He sighed, a deep exhalation tinged with sleepless nights. And when it's done, he stands unmoving, head cocked to the sky. Just as I'm about to speak, he relents.
I'm worried, Polly, about the future. You can't tell from the streets, but this whole island is crumbling. And everything we built, your mother and I, it can't stand against what's coming. I'm scared for Nora. What'll happen to her? To all of us. But fear isn't helping. Let's not dwell on it right now.
What do you know, my guy? He smiles weakly. That's all I'm getting for now. But it's enough. Takes my arm again and we head back to the bar. Hey, we made progress. We made progress. That's what matters. It's been a long day, but there are still some things that need to be said. Night has fallen. The place is almost empty. Apart from Laszlo's friends and a phone browsing Nora. A lot of texts. I'm curious, but it's not my place to investigate. At least not now.
It has been a day.
Definitely a day.
Tomorrow's creeping up on us already.
Sorry. He nods his head at me, but this time it's genuine. There's a faint sparkle in his eye. His armor isn't gone, but the straps have loosened. It's a start. Okay, so I can't do that. I only have the bliss option. He listened to his heart at last, but there's a lot these two need to talk about. By the time the last of the regulars shuffle off, I'm about ready to collapse. The very cobbles below me. Nora hefts the remaining chairs up and into the storage lot. I make a token effort, but I'm exhausted. More hindrance than help. When we're done, Laszlo reaches up to close the shutter. He turns, looks Nora dead in the
Nora,
eye.
sweetheart,
He takes a step towards her.
I'm so sorry. We're broke. Flat broke. The Naiads. We've run out of track. I don't know what else to do.
Run out.
Money's tight, Polly. Very tight. I can't keep that from you any longer. And now that
Now she's disappeared, I don't know what to do.
Okay.
And I'm scared.
Nora takes a moment to absorb the information. A multitude of emotions flashing across her. Then, without saying a word, crosses to her grandfather, the two embrace. There's no crying, no word. Just two people alone against them. No, not two. Not anymore. 3. The objective nodes may generate consequences that impact later chapters of the story. This will give you access to entire branches of the future that will cut you off from others. Keep this in mind when planning your route on the augural. I'm only going to do this chapter. Because of the choices you made when dealing with Laszlo, you make great progress towards an outcome. You have chosen the path laid out before you by an aspiration, but the future might still be in your hands. Outcomes may have greater consequences than objectives. Will you stay on the same path, or would you rather change the course of the future? Okay. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to end this here. I know it's only an hour. It is a lot shorter of a stream than I used to doing. But I've got a lot of things happening this weekend and for the week that I'm very excited about. We are going to, actually, I'm going to switch it here. I've got a lot of videos that are going to be coming up. I've been working relentlessly on getting videos done that I've had backlogged for so long. So those are going to come out. I'm going to be recording a bunch of things on Sunday so that I have pretty much an upload every day next week. And I think we're going to start doing things that way. Do shorter streams, but way more video content. And then when we come back and start doing the Digilocks, we can start doing longer streams. But just a small glimpse of what we're doing here. I love this. This is such a fantastic. I'm loving the characters. I'm loving how it's laid out. I can't wait to play more. But until then, thank you. Everyone who tuned in, seconds, minutes, hours, or the entire time, I appreciate each and every single one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.